Hello friends, I hope you guys are well. Today is Halloween porch day. I am so excited to get out there and do all of my front stairs on our porch. We already have some fall out there that we did together, but we're gonna add some Halloween to that. I have some easy, affordable DIYs I'm gonna show you guys. When I decorate, you know your girl likes to bake, so we're gonna do an easy fall treat. It is going to be a pumpkin cinnamon jack-o'-lantern Pop-Tart. So good and so easy. I'm so thankful you're here. If you're new, welcome. My name is Trisha Miller. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around. Let's get started. Okay, before we get outside, I want to talk to you about two DIYs that we're going to try today. I'm going to step to the side. Here's my inspiration pick for what I want to try to do. I just had some of those plastic bats that people tend to put up everywhere, and I use that as my tracing, and I just use black construction paper, and I think I'm going to tape these to the inside of our office windows, and then at night when we turn our office light on, you'll be able to see the outline of the bats. I think that will look really cool because it's right in the middle of our front porch, so that's an easy one that we can do. And then the other one, I'll put the picture up for you. We made in my last decorate video in our kitchen the mini Pottery Barn ghost dupe. I want to make a big size of that. Shout out to my friend Julia because she made a whole family of them on her porch and she showed me exactly how she did it. So now I'm going to share that with you guys. It seems super simple, so I think we should try it. We're going to make one today, and if it's as easy as I'm hoping it's going to be, I will add more later. But let me show you all of the things that I'm going to use to make that, and then we'll get started. Okay, for the base of the ghost, you're just gonna get a tomato cage. I got this from Walmart for less than $5. I will link all the products for you guys in case you wanna make these. So we need one of those. And then I got, because I want it to be waterproof because it's gonna go outside, I just got a plastic round table cover. I think these were less than $1 at Walmart. I got two just in case we needed more of the space. I did print these out on my Cricut. It's just the eyes. And it's just, let me see if I can get it so you guys can see it. You can kind of see the shape of it, but you could easily, again, just use something waterproof like a black tablecloth and cut out the circle eyes, and we're just gonna stick those onto our ghost. I wanna do some lights underneath of him. And then for the head part, this is from Dollar Tree. I chose the ghost one because I think it'll be cool. It's supposed to light up and then you'll see the ghost shape inside the head, we'll see. But this is gonna stick inside of that tomato cage, I'm hoping. And then over here, on top of the plastic tablecloth, I'm gonna put some gauze just to make it look a little bit more spooky. And then this I got for $5 at Walmart. Oop, the gauze is sticking to it, hold on. Okay, and then this is a broomstick that I got for $5 at Walmart that I think I'll set like next to the ghost like that. And I think it's gonna look really cute. All right, let's make it. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm just taking that paper lantern and I'm taping it to the top of the tomato cage. You can use anything round to make the head. You could use, if you have a foam cylinder, I looked, they're very expensive because for the size we want to get for the head. So I just went the paper lantern route. You could do a balloon maybe. If your kids have a foam ball that they play with, grab that. Just anything that's roughly the size of a head. There is also an Amazon kit that you can purchase that has all the items you need to make this instead of having to shop Dollar Tree and Walmart and all the different places. If you want something convenient like that, I will look for that and I will link it for you in the video description box. But it's definitely more affordable to kind of shop, you know, the Dollar Tree, the Walmart route and just get all the bits and pieces that you need instead of just getting the kit. But honestly, I get the convenience part of it, so I totally understand. So I will link that for you. It was so fun to make though. I just took the brown tablecloth, it fit perfectly on top. I wrapped the lights underneath as you saw. I just took the gauze. I did have to cut the gauze because it was super, super long, but that's okay. I can now make a second ghost with all the gauze that was left over. I kind of want to do a mini one. So I want to do a really tall one, and then this is like a medium size one, and then I also want to do a little bit of a mini one. But then I feel like since we have 3 kids, I need to do 3 mini ones, which I think might be the route I go. And this was so easy to make that I think I will make more so that I can have our whole family there. And I just use canned goods to hold it down so that the wind doesn't make them fall over. Okay, little complication. I can't get the lantern because it's just kind of a flimsy paper lantern. I can't get it to stay up like the top of a head. So instead, we're gonna hide the flat head with a little mini witch hat. This is from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna hot glue it on, and then I think it'll be perfect because he's gonna have the broomstick so it kind of stays on theme. I think it's gonna be cute. I'm also shocked that you know who is sleeping through all of this because normally she would get very upset by a large ghost 2 feet away from her. I love how he turned out. I'm gonna get him out there today. I will definitely be making more because it was super simple. It took me less than 10 minutes to do this. All right, let's move him outside and then I'm gonna show you everything that we're gonna use to decorate.
Okay, let's start over here with our stair decor. So I like to do the big Costco mums, and then I also sprinkle in a couple of the smaller mums. I'm going to show you guys the hack where you can put them in a bucket for 20 minutes to make them live a lot longer. And then I love to have some pumpkins. We haven't gone to the pumpkin patch yet, so we have a little bit less than I would normally have. This is new. I am so excited about this. I got this at Joann Fabrics, 50% off. I think it'll be really fun in our front flower bed. And then I love to go to Trader Joe's and get their fantasy pumpkins. The crazier the shape, the better. I just think they're so fun and whimsy, and we'll put those on our stairs as well. All right, and we have a bunch to work with up here on our front porch, and some of it will go on the stairs. The only thing that's new this year are these pillows from Costco, and then I've had that big ghost, but I got the little baby version from Joann Fabrics this year, and I'm excited. I think it's gonna look awesome.
I didn't have enough buckets to do the smaller mums, and I really didn't want to wait to reuse the other two because then it would have been like an hour process to get them all soaked. But it definitely helps to get them soaked when you bring them home. I've also heard where you could do a plate and have the plate filled with water underneath of the mums the whole life of the mums, and because the idea is you want to get the roots and the soil wet. And so I always just try to go right to where the soil is, and I water them every other day. You have to obviously monitor the weather, check the soil. If the soil's wet, you don't need to add water to it. But it has taken me quite a few years to figure out the mums. And there are still years where they all just get fried in the sun because our porch is full sun all day, every day. And so it can be pretty brutal on plants. The way I like to do the stairs is I will start with the mums, and I'm going to put the really big mums at the bottom of the stairs, and then the other 4 kind of evenly spread throughout, and then I'll add all my decor pieces like my ghosts and my other Halloween decor, and then I will fill in the empty spots with my gourds and my pumpkins. It's a process I usually follow, and I just love how everything turned out, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. How cute is this spider-shaped pumpkin holder? My mom got it for me a few years ago. I believe she got it from Whole Foods. If I can find a link for it, I will link it for you, or if I find something similar on Amazon. And then also at Thanksgiving, I have a turkey holder, and so I can put a turkey in my pumpkins. It's the cutest things. It's just the little things. I love this time of year. I decided to add 3 bats to the front of the ghost. I tend to do things in 3s. I think it's because I have 3 children and I always related to that. But the sun was kind of melting them. They got a little curled up after a couple of hours, so I had to end up taking them off. But I thought it was so cute to start out. And then these orange jack-o'-lanterns, they kind of resemble bags. And so I take little tea lights and I put them inside of them. I got them from Target years ago. I'm sure they have something similar, but I just think they're so fun. I did think about all of the deliveries and how there's not that much of a path on our stairs, and I don't want anybody to get hurt and trip. So I think I might have to spread things out just a little bit more. But when we do trick-or-treating, I put all the candy in the driveway just to save some time for all those littles and parents that are just hitting up all the houses, so that's fine, but I do think I need to make more of a pathway for any type of deliveries. Okay, now we're in the office and I'm adding the bats to the window. The only thing that I didn't think about is my desk is blocking our left side window, so I can't open it, but it was easy to actually just reach in through the shutters and just place them on. And I'm just using double-sided sticky tape, and look how cute it is. And I'll show you at night so you can see how it glows, but I thought it turned out so sweet. And I'm really loving these Costco pillows because they're so bright with the orange, and they just are on theme with the bats, and they were only $10 a piece. And I recruited Steven to help me hang up the witch hats. I've never done witch hats before, but I was really excited to add it to the porch this year, and I thought it just added that perfect little touch. And they light up on a timer, which makes it so much easier.
Love how the porch turned out. This is such a fun time of year. I can't wait for my kids to get home from school to see it. I'm going to show you guys tonight when everything is all glowing what it looks like, but right now it's time to bake. Let me grab all the ingredients and then I'll show you what we need. For these Pop-Tarts, you're going to want any just pre-made refrigerated pie crust. I went to Trader Joe's to grab all those fantasy pumpkins, so I just got everything from Trader Joe's, so I'm just going to use their pie crust. I got 2 boxes just in case I mess up, and also so we can have extras. This is a cookie cutter that I love. I got it off Amazon, so I will link it for you guys. But you can do just a regular pumpkin, which I'll do for the bottom of the crust, and then for the top, I'm going to cut out jack-o'-lantern faces and put that on top. I think it's going to be so sweet. You need a rolling pin and just some flour to work with the dough. And then for my filling, I'm going to do 2 different things. We're going to do a cinnamon bun spread in some of them, and then pumpkin butter in the others. And these are both from Trader Joe's. You could fill them with jelly if you wanted to. Just go with whatever your family's going to prefer. And then for the icing, which is optional, they're very sweet without the icing, just a little bit of powdered sugar. We'll get milk out when it's time, and then just some maple syrup. All right, let's make these.
I like to lay out parchment paper when I'm going to be putting dough on the countertop. It just makes cleanup easier, but you can certainly just skip that step and just roll the dough out on your countertop. The Trader Joe's refrigerated dough definitely came a little more in pieces compared to the Pillsbury refrigerated dough that I get. As you guys can see, it just came out in just a bunch of different pieces, but it was easy to put back together. So I'm just smushing it down with my fingers, and then I'm going to use my rolling pin with some extra flour. The key to success here is more flour. If you feel like it's sticking and it's not doing what you want it to do, just add more flour. So once you get it flat and kind of even, you're just going to take whatever cookie cutter shape you want to do. You're going to get your bottom layer of the Pop-Tart cut out. I was able to make 5, which was perfect for our family of 5 with the 2 refrigerated doughs that I had. And so each box tends to come with 2, which is perfect for this. And so I got my bottom layer of 5. And then after we get all 5 of those, the next step is going to be to add your filling. So let's finish the first step and then I'll talk to you about the filling. Now it's time for the filling. The amount that you put in truly just depends on your preference. I'm doing about a tablespoon and I'm spreading it almost to the edge, but not quite. I'm leaving about a centimeter on each edge. If you don't care if the filling bubbles out or gets all over the place, add as much filling as you want. I was trying to make them look neat and pretty for you guys, but honestly, I typically add more filling because I just love the flavor of it. And for my baking, my goal is not for it to be pretty. My goal is for it to be tasty. And so the more filling, the better.
It's so good.
Okay, after we get the filling in, we're now going to make the top part of our Pop-Tart. If you do a cookie cutter shape that doesn't have holes in it, so you'll see I'm doing the jack-o'-lantern face so it has enough holes in it, but if you do a base top that doesn't have enough holes, you're going to want to poke some holes with a fork before you put it in the oven. I don't do this step because I didn't need to because of the face part. The other thing that you could also do, which I don't do in here because I put the icing on top, if you're not going to do the icing, you could always do an egg white wash on top. So you'll essentially just take egg whites and grab a pastry brush and just like a spoon and just brush it on top, and it'll give it that glossy look. But I'm planning on doing icing because you know I like things sweet, so I didn't need to worry about it being glossy. But once you get the top on, you're going to take a fork and you're going to seal those edges. That pumpkin definitely ended up a little bit thicker on the top, but it worked out just fine. But try to make them a little bit even so that way when you're cooking, it doesn't get tricky. They're all cooked at the same time. But it's so simple with the fork. Just seal the edges, and that will hopefully keep your middle part, all of your filling, from seeping out. If you're somebody who likes to overstuff them with filling like me, it might not do the trick, but I didn't do as much filling this time, so it certainly worked out just fine. And it's about 1 centimeter in. You want to go to that edge of where your filling is. I will include the recipe for these in the video description box, but depending on the size of the pastry that you're making, you're going to bake them at 350 for about 10 minutes. If you make a giant Pop-Tart, it might take a little bit longer, so just watch it. But I like when I see the brown edge and it looks like the crust is completely cooked all the way through. It also will continue to bake the longer you leave them on the baking sheet when you take them out. So for the icing, it's just powdered sugar with the syrup and about a tablespoon of milk. The good news is you can't really mess this up. So if it's too watery, just add more powdered sugar to it. If it's too thick, just add more milk to it. So you just kind of play with it until you get the consistency that you want. I wanted it a little thicker so it didn't immediately fall off of the pastry when I put it on. But I just like to do a thin layer, just enough to, taste that maple syrup flavor to just complement what you have in the center. And I just love it. These are just the simplest little treats for my family. We'll make them for breakfast sometimes and just do different shapes depending on the season. But you really just cannot go wrong with whatever flavor combo you go with because it's all just so good. One of our family's favorites is to do strawberry jelly, and then I'll do sprinkles on top. I'll tend to do that for like a birthday breakfast or something like a special occasion like that. But let me know in the comments if you guys make these. I think they're so fun, and they're so versatile because you can just do whatever filling you want and whatever type of icing on top you want.
Okay, it wouldn't be right if we didn't at least do just a little taste test. I think I'm gonna do the pumpkin one because I haven't had that flavor before, and I'm gonna do the one that was kind of taller because I wanna save the ones that look really, really good for my kids. All right, cheers, let's try it. It makes me think of Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. It's so good. It has all those fall warm flavors that you want. These are so good. I hope you will try this. Let me know in the comments if you make these for your family. And there's so many possibilities. You can truly fill it with any flavor of jelly that you guys like. You could do sprinkles on top. I love recipes where you can make them for any holiday, any season, and just switch it up. This is one of those.
I hope that you all enjoyed this video and it gave you just some fun, simple ideas for your own home. I am so excited because next up, we're going to be decorating all the bedrooms for Halloween and for fall. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!